You know.
John Mayer is 29 years old with 3 studio albums and 3 Grammys under his belt. Those are the bare bones of his career, but there's much more to him than that, as you're about to find out. In the past few years, he's collaborated with the likes of Eric Clapton, B.B. King, the Dixie Chicks and Alicia Keys with his brand of pop and blues rock and hits such as Your Body is a Wonderland, Why Georgia and Daughters. John Mayer is a guaranteed seller these days. He was on stage in Auckland last night. Tonight he's on stage with us. Welcome, John. How are you?
I'm well. How are you doing?
That's quite some CV there. Where did it all start?
I was 13 years old and picked up a guitar, and it made perfect sense to me. It was the perfect eclipse of who I was and what it was, and it kind of just still continuing down that same path now.
Now, I heard that your dad had somehow given you a recording of Stevie Ray Vaughan, is that right?
No, that would have made a very cool dad out of my dad. My dad rented me an acoustic guitar, and I kind of played the hits of the day, and then within about 6 months, a neighbor of mine gave me a tape of Stevie Ray Vaughan and put it in, and I just went, that's what I want to do.
Your dad must have written that particular blog then.
Yes. My dad is an avid blogger.
Yeah. As are you as well, I've seen.
Yeah, well, I like to stay in communication with my fans, you know.
What about the beginning to the songwriting? That came from an illness, is that right?
No. I mean, it was just, yeah, you have great facts.
Yeah.
You have a 9-year-old in the back in the alley. What do you know? What do you know? Pony up. No, it was just,
gone by now.
I was 17, and I was a little heart condition when I was 17, and it kind of, I think everybody gets that scare or some moment in their life where they wake up and they stop being a kid and they start kind of thinking like an adult.
In fact, I have been assured as true as that Daughters, which is arguably your most successful song up to now, originated here in New Zealand.
It did. That is true. I was flying from Sydney to Auckland, and in the car on the way to the airport had kind of devised the chorus in my mind and got to the hotel room and skipped a lot of stuff that day because I was kind of stuck in the mindset of writing the tune.
And so tell me, what's Daughters all about? Where does does it have a New Zealand connection, or is it just...
No, it happened to have been what I was working on in my mind at the time. And the thing about when it's time to write a song is that it just knocks on your door, and you got to let it in and stop everything else you would have been doing. And you know, I had thought a couple times that I was done writing it, and I just couldn't leave the room because I just kept adding to it and adding to it, which is great.
So let's talk about your latest hit. This is Waiting for the World to Change. What's behind this?
You know, it's just a feeling, and I'm not even quite sure that it's a feeling that everyone shares, but I think the fun of music is kind of writing a question to people, you know, and actually the response it's had has been pretty huge in terms of people feeling like, yeah, you know, I'm not an idiot, I'm not inactive, I just kind of know the lay of the land around me and know that it's a little difficult to change things we want to change right now, you know. So it's kind of seeking to explain the inaction a little bit.
Sweet. Well, let's see the proof in the pudding, John. We'll let you and your band get on and play that. Thanks to the studio audience for coming in, who, of course, no one else can see, but they've snuck in the back. And many thanks for coming in and giving us this treat tonight.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll be back tomorrow. We'll let you play us out.
All right. Do it.
Everything that's going wrong with the world and also lead it. We just feel like we don't have the means to rise above and beat it. So we keep waiting, waiting on the world to change. We keep on waiting, waiting on the world to change. It's hard to be persistent when we're standing at a distance. So we keep on waiting. Home from war, they would have never missed a Christmas. No more ribbons on their door. And when you trust that television, what you get is what you got. Cause when they're on the information, oh, they're gonna